In the middle of the San Francisco Bay lies an island warehouse where a team of inventors imagines the future and builds it.
It's going to blow your mind.
It's fast-track prototyping. But are 2 weeks long enough to turn wild ideas into reality?
Full speed ahead!
On this episode of Prototype This.
It's alive!
Inspired by nature.
Disgusting.
The guys attempt the future of all-terrain vehicles. A six-legged robot that can carry a human. But can the team actually get it up and running?
Go, 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 go!
Find out next on Prototype This. All-terrain vehicles of today have one age-old invention in common: the wheel. Wouldn't it be great if a vehicle could be built to cover ground like an animal in an attempt to create the future of all-terrain vehicles? So the guys take the Mystery Machine for a spin to explore the idea.
The wheel is one of the greatest inventions in human history.
But it's not perfect!
And as conditions take a turn for the worst, so do Big Blue's tires.
The wheel's only as good as the road you're driving on!
And it's not long after heading off-road that the old-fashioned wheel's true limitations become obvious.
Take a look at nature. There's a reason why animals and insects have legs instead of wheels.
Legs work better to get around.
Looks like we're hoofing it. We've got a great idea for a build.
And after a long walk back to the island, our team hits the concept table to kickstart the idea.
All right, guys, so we're going to reinvent the wheel.
That sounds hard.
Why is everyone locked in the mindset that vehicles have to have wheels on it? Why don't we try to make this all-terrain vehicle that has legs instead of wheels?
Isn't there a reason that there are wheeled vehicles? If it were so easy, wouldn't there be legged vehicles just walking all over the place?
Yeah, it is a tremendously difficult control and balance problem. In fact, a reliable legged vehicle is like the holy grail for the military. They've been looking for one for years.
Well, we just happen to be strategically located between Berkeley and Stanford, two of the world's best research facilities for legged locomotion.
All right, who's driving?
We should walk.
Our prototypers have set out on a mission to reinvent the wheel by constructing a walking, all-terrain vehicle capable of carrying a human. And they'll be unveiling it in the safety of a wide-open field after a 2-week build. So, eager to get a leg up on an unfamiliar concept, Joe and Mike hit the halls of UC Berkeley to meet with an expert in the field of animal movement.
We're looking to build an all-terrain, legged robotic vehicle thing that a human can actually sit in.
And we know that you have a lot of experience, looking at animals and insects and how they move. And I guess our first question is, how many legs should this vehicle have?
The minimum number, I think, 6 would be good, because that forms a really stable platform.
So that the guys can get a look at a 6-legged insect in motion, the doctor puts one of his live subjects onto a specially designed roach treadmill.
Whoa.
Dr. Full studies the motion of insects, like this South American death's head roach, to make machines that move in animal-like ways.
Okay, good. Let's...
Joe's okay as long as the roach is doing laps behind glass. But when it's brought out for a breather,
It's disgusting.
he shows why he's an electrical engineer and not an entomologist.
I'm not a big fan of cockroaches. I wasn't letting that thing get near me.
But Joe's fears aside, the roach is the key to knowing how their robot could walk. So Dr. Full brings out a robot of his own that slows down the action so they can see the extremely efficient way 6-legged insects get around.
So animals like this toy use an alternating tripod, where this leg, and this middle leg all work together as one, and they move out of synchrony with this leg, and this leg.
Just like the racing roach.
Turns out that this hexapod configuration of 6 legs and having 3 down on the ground at one time is the most stable, and it's also something that we can produce in a relatively simple manner. Hopefully it will work.
Now that they know how many legs this robot will have to stand on, back on the island, the guys need to bone up on hexapod technology.
Building a legged robot that can carry a person is very ambitious, so we need all the advantages we can get.
Zaz hits his laptop for an extreme session of internet research where he soon discovers Rex, a small, rugged walking robot with amazing all-terrain capabilities.
Rex is a really cool hexapod robot platform with 1 joint per leg, And it was developed in collaboration between two universities, the University of Michigan here in the States and McGill University up in Quebec in Canada.
And after digging deeper, Zaz locates one of the original designers of the Rex. But Rex's mastermind isn't local. So the guys head off to Cisco to use their state-of-the-art telepresence system, where they meet a world expert in hexapod technology, Hal Kamsoglu. Though it seems like they're sitting across a desk, Hal is all the way across the country.
Well, what we really want to talk to you about is building a big Rex that a person can ride in.
Now, that is exciting and scary simultaneously.
Hal, is it possible to take the brains of this small robot and use it in our larger scaled-up version?
That's quite possible. We believe it can be done.
It appears that the control system, or brains of Hal's little robot, can be utilized in the scaled-up version, saving the guys invaluable amounts of precious time. There's just one more all-important question.
Well, what we really want to ask you is, would you be available to come out and give us a hand with this?
When do you need me?
How does tomorrow sound?
I cannot resist.
Barely 24 hours later, Hal and his robot arrive on the island. The Fantastic Four set up a challenging obstacle course of varied terrain to get a first-hand look at what Rex can do. Resident daredevil Dr. Zaz will be manning the large-scale Rex, so a miniature Zaz is placed on the Rex to give the guys an idea of what to expect when they add a human component.
Oh yeah, that's the love right there.
As long as we don't kill the guy sitting on top,
We're good.
Yeah, good.
Exactly. All right, let's try it.
Release the robot hound.
All right.
Let the games begin.
With Rex off to an extremely fast start,
You can do it, little robot.
the team starts to see just what a six-legged robot can do, as Rex conquers every obstacle in its path.
Oh, look at it. Just